this title.
No question about it, Trace, but one thing about it, of the 24 that's going in that 100-lap event, it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top. And I'll say one thing, we might see some dark horses in the stage right here.
We know there's no lack of competition, as evidenced by last night's heat races. Let's take a look right now at some of those highlights. Scott Bloomquist did what everyone expected him to do in heat number 1, starting on the outside of the pole, quickly shooting to the front, and it was bye-bye Katie. In the back, some background action with the number 81 car of Granger Howell trying to hold off James Dean in the 16 car, followed by Russell Landrum out of Atlanta. Scott Bloomquist, of course, was the winner of heat race number 1, and, of course, is already determined as the 1995 champion for the Havatampa Race Series. In heat race number 2, Black Jack Boggs from Grayson, Kentucky, sped ahead very quickly on that race, opened himself about an 8 or 9 car lead, with Bill Fry battling away, trying to figure out the combination and not having a lot of luck in that particular race. Speeding ahead, Jack Boggs, kind of in his own zone, to quote another driver. He's won 8 of 12 races prior to the Havatampa Shootout and wins heat race number 2 tonight. In heat race number 3, John Gill on the inside pole wiggles just a little at the beginning, just a little bit loose, a little bit slippery, and quickly to the outside. Mark Martin in the 17 car goes ahead, but on the outside and then soon on the inside, the number 7 car of Mark Miner from Stockbridge, Georgia, puts on a show for the fans and, of course, begins passing cars and making a dangerous move or two that scares all the other drivers on the racetrack. Mark is the bad boy of Havatampa Racing. He wins consistently by being very tough and very aggressive in the turns. But ahead of him, Mark Martin in the 17 car continues to hold off the 66 car, while John Gill wins heat race number 3 and moves himself into the final 18 places for tonight's race. In heat race number 4, inside row number 1, it's Billy Moyer, but on the outside, it's Jack Pennington in the 01 car who blasts ahead of Billy, and they go 3 wide in turn 3 and 4 with some contact with Billy Moyer and Jody Somerville. That, of course, causes Moyer to slip a little, and he has to battle to get back up into that 3rd spot, chasing down Jack Pennington, who's in the lead. In the 3rd spot, already passed by Moyer, is the number 90 car, Bobby Seale from Alabama, who puts a little bump on Moyer again as they enter turn 3. Coming out of turn 4, Billy has the lead again in the 21 car, pushes to the outside, takes back the 2nd position, and now begins to pursue Jack Pennington, who's on a rail and running away with it so far. Around lap 7, Billy Moyer is now finding the way inside on the racetrack, where Pennington continues to run the high side, trying to come down in turn 1 and 2 on Moyer. Moyer has just about a bumper in front of him at that point. But as they battle going into turn 3, Moyer begins to pick up a little steam and sticks real nicely to the bottom of the racetrack, now showing a tire length ahead of Jack Pennington in the turns on the low side. Again, Pennington slightly to the high side, keeping the lead, but slipping out just a little in turn 2. Gets back in the back straightaway in front of Moyer, but Moyer again staying low, is slowly making it crunch time for Jack Pennington. He gets a little more bumper in front of him that time, but again on the straightaway, Pennington has the lead as he accelerates with that bigger motor, but Moyer comes back at him, although losing just a little bit in the groove on that last turn in turn 2. He's found a way back into turn 3 to quickly regain that lost ground. Now he has almost a half a car length on Pennington as they make it through the turns, and this time Moyer will stick just a little harder on the inside. Pennington fighting to stay with him. He accelerates, but it's not there. Billy Moyer has the acceleration on the back straightaway this time. Sticks again to the low groove through turn 3 and 4 and passes in the front straightaway to take the lead in heat race number 4. Pennington is now on the outs, trying to find a way to chase him down, but it's too little, too late. Billy Moyer, Jr., winner of heat race number 4, followed by 2nd place Jack Pennington and Bobby Seale from Alabama. Dale McDowell would lead the crowd all the way through the majority of the race for heat race number 5. The Chattanooga, Tennessee driver has been making a name for himself on other race circuits and now is beginning to make another name felt here in the Havatampa Series. He wins heat race number 5. Heat race number 6, Billy Ogle fights with Clint Smith, who's 3rd in the Havatampa Series race points. Billy, of course, in the 201 car, put on a show back there for 3rd and 4th. Stan Massey, though, did what he does best on all Georgia tracks as he blasts ahead here, taking the lead and running away with it, while Wendell Wallace in the 6th car just nips Randall Chubb to take 2nd.
Needless to say, these heat races have been outstanding, and it's going to be interesting to watch to see what this 100-lap feature event's going to be.
Jimmy, as a matter of fact, it's going to be very exciting, but one of the big things that happens is also the Iskey Cams Fast Gun Dash. All the pole winners from the year get together and dash for $5,000. When we come back, we'll take a look at some of that action here as we continue with the Havatampa Shootout.
Landrum Springs cast new order into the world of spring suspension. From the country's dirt tracks to NASCAR's high banks, more Landrum leaf springs fit the professional demands of race teams, classic car owners, and all other chassis models. The only manufacturer of custom-designed racing leaf springs also carries a complete inventory of conventional, coilover, and Grand National coil springs. From America's streets to the world's racetracks, Landrum Spring Service covers the spring industry like no one else. GRT race cars make their mark on every season because GRT builds winners. Championships, track titles, and national events are won by drivers across the U.S. in GRT Super Late Models and IMCA Modifieds. GRT builds racetrack experience and winning performance with engineering precision into every inch of every race car, delivering your race team the maximum winning capability. GRT, we build winners. If winning on the track is what you're about, then American Motorsports has the most important part of your success. From front bumper to rear, from the driver's cockpit to his pit cruise equipment, American Motorsports has the winning team's most important parts. Only the best quality and newest products are available with a warehouse full of top names. And getting it to you with same-day shipping will fast forward your preparation time. Call now and run with American Motorsports.
Here they come, the final racing weekends of the season at Dixie Speedway. October 27th and 28th, the Outlaws are coming for the annual Dixie Nationals with time trials, last chance race, and 30-lap main event each night. Then, November 10th and 11th, Havatampa Shootout winner Bill Fry leads a star-studded field of super late models for the 3rd annual Dixie 100. Plan now for Outlaw Sprint Cars, October 27th and 28th, and super late models November 10th and 11th at Dixie Speedway, 1 mile west of I-575 on Highway 92 in Woodstock, Georgia. The Havatampa 6th Annual Shootout at Dixie Speedway is brought to you tonight by Landrum Spring Service, covering the racing spring industry like no one else. By American Motorsports, Girder Asphalt, it's your warehouse for your oval track racing needs. And by GRT Race Cars. GRT builds winners and is the winner of the Havatampa Series 1995 Chassis Manufacturers Championship. And the Havatampa Dirt Racing Series, race action smoking to the finish. And by Iski Racing Cams, Ed Iskandarian Racing Cams. Race with the legend. And here we go with the Iski Cams Fast Gun Dash. It is about to get underway. The green flag is out. Here we go again. And this time, Jeff Smith holds the line on the inside, but quickly to the outside. It's the number 12 car, Rick Auckland of Fargo, North Dakota. Quickly behind him, coming up fast, it's Scott Bloomquist. Jeff Smith just falls back. He's all the way back to 7th. Now Scott Bloomquist is in 2nd, moving up fast. Scott is on a mission here. He wants to repeat as last year's winner. He put on a demonstration that's still the talk of the country throughout the United States on how Havatampa dirt racing really works.
Watch it, Stan Massa now under Freddie Smith. Bart Hartman out of Ohio. He's running a beautiful race, now running in 3rd position. Right behind him, though, look at this number 66 of Bill Fry. Goes to the inside. Bill is going good anywhere he goes, it looks like.
The super national late models of the Havatampa Racers, as you can see, they're like trying to run their rear ends off, throw them away to the outside, all the way around the racetrack. And at Dixie Speedway, you're constantly in the turn. You're constantly trying to keep that speed between 110 and about 80, maybe 85 miles an hour as you get back in the turns. On the backside, Stan Massey, nose to nose, battering against the 00 car with Freddie Smith. Freddie Smith throwing a rooster tail of dust, staying hot on it and trying to come up and keep span. Look at this race. Here's the race, folks. Side by side, this is dirt track late model racing action. It's Iski Cab's Fast Dash money on the line here. And here he comes. Scott Bloomquist chasing after Rick Auckland. Joe still trying to chase him.
Look at this.
There goes Freddie Smith. He took it. He took it. He jumped on the outside. He finally found the move, and now he's going after the next one. He's going to have to hurry, though, Jimmy. This is a short race, a quick race, a fast race. And, of course, it's for $5,000. Everybody wants that one. And all 14 of these cars know someone's going to get it if they just can outlast the others and pick up the pace. Here he comes. Out of turn 4, once again, Rick Auckland has completed 10 laps. He's 5 laps away from some super pay dirt from the Iski Cam Fast Gun Dash, Jimmy.
You better believe that. The Iski Cam Fast Gun Dash. Rick Auckland is absolutely flying around this speedway. Scott Bloomquist doing everything he can, but I'm watching this Hartman as he comes off of the number 3 Kona. Here's Bill Fry down the front chute. Now Freddie Smith holding on to the number 5 running position with Stan Mess in the number 6.
That's still quite a race. We got a caution. It looks like Ronnie Johnson has slipped out on the back straightaway. That'll stop him with 11 laps in the books. And we've still got 4 laps. Now you talk about a shootout. This is for 4 laps. And here we go. We bring all the cars back together, Jimmy Mosteller.
In other words, they're going to be nose to tail, as they say in racing. I don't mind telling.
We'll start with 14 cars, as you would say, right down their exhaust pipe.
That's right.
Ready to go.
In other words, when that man gets in your exhaust pipe, he's putting enough pressure on you to make you do one or two things. Either get a little quicker or get out of shape.
Unfortunately, Ronnie Johnson looks like he's coming off the racetrack. Coming in on pit road out of turn 4 there. Apparently, that's going to be the end of it for him. Looks like the car really found some havoc in it somewhere. Jimmy, what's Scott Bloomquist going to do to maybe reel this in?
All right. In other words, the only thing that Scott can do is exactly what he's doing now. This Rick Auckland is quick, extremely quick.
And away they go. The green flag is gone again. And here goes Rick Auckland. Scott Bloomquist trying to stay to the high side. The 75 car of Goddard is right behind him. He tried the same move, but fell back a little bit. Look, Freddie Smith is back into third, staying on the inside of the 75 car and making a race out of it again. He doesn't seem to be able to accelerate any quicker, and Rick Auckland is holding it off. He's got himself 13 laps. There's 2 laps to go. Rick Auckland is working his way towards $5,000 and looking beautiful in the process.
And the next time around, that white flag will be going down, signifying 1 lap remaining. Rick Auckland now off the number 4, gets the white flag. Ralph Curtis is going to be happy if he can make this full lap around the speedway.
Rick Auckland going down the back straightaway. This is the final run at the Dixie Speedway. Iski Cam's Fast Gun Dasher win, and he's got it. He's coming out of turn 4. This is going to be the one for him. He'll take $5,000 in the win. What a dash. What a race. It was all Rick Auckland from start to finish, Jimmy.
That's exactly right, and I'm telling you, they were all quick. I've got to say this for all of those drivers. They were driving extremely hard, but in this Iski Camp Fast Dash, Rick Auckland, our winner here tonight, and that car, the Curtis Equipment Company car out of Tennessee, and what a great race he drove.
And congratulations to the winner, and of course to the Iski Cams Company for being one of the many great sponsors that have come to the Havatampa Race Series for this incredible event.
You know, I can't say enough about all of these sponsors that has really stood behind the Havatampa Racing Series in 1995. This is what's made our competition get greater and greater.
And of course, it's going to get so fast and so furious in just a few moments, you won't be able to believe what you watch right here on this series. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment with the starting lineup for tonight here at the Havatampa Shootout at Dixie Speedway.
The Saracen World Open Champion.